Welcome to the Live Your Best Life podcast, where we unpack stories that lead to purpose, peace of mind, and real-world financial empowerment. I'm Tim Sullivan, and today I couldn't be more excited to kick off our very first episode with someone who embodies the spirit of swag. Our Vice President and Office Manager, Julie Sullivan. Julie, welcome to the show.
I am so honored to be here, and how exciting that this is the very first podcast.
Yes, we've been talking about this for a while and finally taking it to fruition. Feels good. Yep. Looking forward to, give our client family and our listeners a chance to get to know who we are at Swag. Not only myself and yourself, but our whole team, right? Mm-hmm. Teach them about some strategies that they might be able to apply to their situation. Help them understand what we do here, as well as have a chance to learn from different people in the industry that we'll be having on the podcast. And then finally, interviewing our clients and getting to know our clients better, but also how they are living their best life after going through our strategic wealth methods. So going to be doing a lot on this podcast. I don't want it to be all about education and financial planning. I want it to be more about that LYBL, that how they're living their best life. And, we call it do business, do life. We talk about that all the time with our clients. We want to talk more about the life side here as well.
I love the LYBL.
Yes. And speaking of LYBL, the reason why I wanted to have you on the first podcast, one was because you're so instrumental in what we do here at Swag, but also for some of our clients, let's say out there, and some of the people out there that might not know really who Julie is, right? And that's what we want to talk about today. So kind of behind the curtain. And you wear a lot of different hats here at Swag: Vice President, Office Manager, co-author of a couple books, client advocate as well. What does a typical day, and I know there's no typical, but what does a day in the life of Julie really look like?
That's a great question. This morning it was a little chaotic, but waking up, usually the alarm clock goes off at 4:30. Today I got up at like 5. Get my workout in, because if you get your workout in first thing in the morning, then you'll actually get it done and it won't be interrupted by craziness, text messages, phone calls, that sort of thing. So, and then getting our kids ready for school, and one was not feeling well, and our sweet little foster daughter was sad. So I had to give her extra hugs and get her ready for school, and then here we are, enjoying the day and getting ready to help our clients live their best life, and talk with our employees and see how their weekend was, and motivate them and encourage them to, it starts with them, to help them live their best life and what they did over the weekend and how we can support them, encourage them, love them. But then we also challenge them to live their best life personally and professionally. And we also, I implemented, hey, what are your goals for the end of the year? Personally and professionally, what do you want to do? And of course, I had a lot of goals for myself, for the office, for our clients, for our employees, and then for me personally. So excited for next year. Is going to be our best year ever. I can feel it.
Yeah, that is for sure. But you talked a lot about different things that you do throughout the day. And one of the first ones you said was waking up early. Mm-hmm. And I think we both share that same philosophy of getting up early, getting the day started. One, hitting the gym. Yeah. And then also when we talk about starting our day, it's because that's when you don't have all the distractions at the office or even the kids, because the kids are still sleeping. Yeah. You get a lot of things done first thing in the morning, right?
Oh gosh, I get all my best. When I'm running, I get all the endorphins kicking, and so many ideas come to mind. I'm usually talking into my phone, leaving myself messages of things that I want to do or exciting ideas that I come up with. So that is my time to shine. And I love my morning workouts. And in fact, super excited. I hired besides my husband training me, I hired a personal trainer. And this past year has been ups and downs, and found out that after a long time figuring out what was wrong with me, I was tired, I was lethargic, and I knew something was not right. And I was talking with my doctor, my primary doctor that I've had for years since I was a little girl. And I said, hey, I'm not feeling good. Can we get this blood work? And she was like, well, this might not be covered by your insurance. I'm like, I don't care. Something is not right. So then all the test results came back okay. And I knew something was still not right. So you and I went to the holistic doctor, and within minutes, she found the lump in my throat. And next thing you know, I'm getting a scan to a biopsy to next day finding out that I had thyroid cancer. So happy to say that I am cancer-free officially. And I am not only thriving, but I feel the best that I have ever felt. In fact, I feel like I'm 25 again. So watch out, world. I am happy to announce that next year I'm competing in a fit model competition, and I will be walking across the stage hopefully in April of next year. So here I go.
And you said a lot there, as in like what, that the diagnosis with thyroid cancer, how, walk me through that, because that's a big diagnosis, no matter what, whenever you hear the C word. How did you feel when you found out? And then let's talk a little bit about what made you decide to do the competition.
Well, gosh, I'm trying not to cry right now just thinking about it, because it was such an emotional thing that happened. When you hear that C word or cancer, you think the worst, and so many thoughts go through your head. I think one of the greatest, through all this process, though, is it made me realize how precious life is and how you can't buy time. And time is so valuable with your loved ones and things that you want to do, and being with your family. And gosh, I can't, thank you enough for your support, and we'll get through this. And, as we were in the office when I got the results, and it was very sad and scary. But the good thing is I had an amazing surgeon, and it was starting to spread. So we just did a complete thyroidectomy, and, didn't have energy for a while, but now I got a lot of energy.
Which is leading into the competition. But what made you want to do that? Because yes, you've gone to the gym. Yes, you are a runner, but you've never really did, let's say, competing or really hit the weights hard or anything like that.
I never did any weights. In fact, when I met you, you were like, you got to lift some weights. And I realized that I was waving and my arms were waving back to me. So maybe that's why I was like, I need to lift some weights. But I wanted to do something that I never did before. And I want to be in the best shape of my life. And I'm so glad that I'm eating 5 or 6 times a day, where I was doing intermittent fasting and not eating hardly anything. And now I'm like eating all the time. In fact, my stomach is growling right now. You could probably hear it through the microphone. And I'm just eating healthy, and I feel stronger. And every week I'm seeing, as I'm doing my workouts, that, I'm increasing my weight. And I don't want to be a bodybuilder like, She-Man or anything like that, but I'm excited to just be in the best shape of my life and to be fit. Hence why I pick the fit model competition, because it's like an overall wellness of, physique and muscles and strength. So excited to do something different and new. And I also wanted to show our kids too that whatever goal you have, that you can, if you believe it, you can achieve it. And if you the power of, inspiration and putting that in your thoughts. And so just, but I have a plan, right? I hired a coach, I hired a trainer, and she's the best. And in fact, it's awesome because I think I've inspired her to compete now too, because she has to beat me. So she's competing as well. So it's good that we're both inspiring each other. And that's where, having people in your support team that are better than you, that are, are just encouraging. And that is the amazing power.
Well, it's who you surround yourself around, with.
Yeah. We say that to our kids all the time, hey, your friends and your 5 people that you surround yourself, then that's who you are. Right. So surround yourself with better, inspirational, good people.
And I think we could probably do a show just with our holistic doctor.
Yeah.
Who really came up or diagnosed you
Yeah.
and did the blood work and everything else. So we could probably do a whole show on that, which we should probably look into. But
Yeah.
I wanted to get into kind of like you help build swag, into something truly different.
Yeah.
I think most people that come through here, within the first appointment, if not second appointment, they could really tell that we're different than other companies that they've seen or worked with. A lot of it is culture, but to you, what makes swag feel like family?
You say that it's different, and I think it's just who you and I are. In the bottom of our heart, we are so passionate about helping others, and so it's just like so natural. It's not, when you walk through the door, anybody that is new to us, we want them to feel welcomed and loved, and like this is their home, right? And I think that we do a good job of that. We have everybody that comes to greet them is welcoming them and making them feel special, and we have their favorite drinks and snacks, and we try to get that before they come, but they're maybe a little bashful in giving that to us because they're like, what, you want to know all my personal information? I don't even know you. Is that weird? So it's like a fine line of like, we truly do care. We want to get to know what makes you happy. What are you looking forward to doing, this year, next year, what trips you have, but we also do that for our employees, right? Like we want to know what's important to them. We know that Tom wants to go golf. We know that Emily is getting married. We know Jason's having a baby, and we celebrate those important milestones. And for Jason's wife, I was like, hey, I'm so excited. Can we have a baby shower for you? She probably thinks I'm weird, but I can't wait for her to come in so then we can babysit the baby too.
Well, and it really comes back to the LYBL. I mean,
yeah,
living your best life. We want that for not only ourselves and our family and our children, but also for our clients. There's more to life, more to retirement than just the day by day, and savings for retirement. Yeah, you have to do a great job there, but then we want you to spend that money in retirement to really enjoy your life because we have limited time.
Yeah.
And same thing with our team here at Strategic Wealth as well. So
Yeah.
let's talk roots for a second. What was your first job that you ever had, and what's something that you walked away that job actually taught you in life?
Ooh, that's a really good question. My first job, I think I was 14. And so we lived kind of in a rural area, and we had a four-wheeler. So my mom and dad were working, and I wanted to make money. I wanted some extra nice clothes. I think at the time, I don't even know if I want to say this because I'll date myself, but Girbauds or something fancy, right? And I wanted to go to the mall. Like any
Everyone
14,
listening knows you're not 25 now.
I am 25. But so I drove my four-wheeler down to babysit, and it was Alex, this boy, and we're still friends. We're friends on Facebook, and I can see what he's doing in life, and it makes me super happy. And then his two twin sisters. And they were just identical twins. And so my hardest part about that job was telling which one was, who. And so I found myself like getting different color nail polish and had to make sure that I didn't mess up the kids, like that.
That's funny.
Yeah. But I'll never forget one time Alex was jealous of his sisters and tried to push one down the stairs. Oh my gosh, the kids. So that was traumatizing for a while. But then around the same time too, I started working at National Coney Island, and I started off in the kitchen, washing dishes, or in the back. And I'll never forget, I had an amazing boss, Brad, and he came over and patted me on the back and said that I was doing a great job and that I was hardworking and that he appreciated my dedication. And that mattered so much. I mean, think about that. I still remember that, how many years ago. And so that kind of...
How many years?
Well, 25 minus 14. You can do the math.
That's not true.
And so I remember that today. So I think that is, as being the office manager, I have the opportunity to shape our employees' lives. And I hope that we do that every single day. And it's not just them that we're shaping and helping and inspiring and loving and appreciating and encouraging and challenging for them to be the personal, best and professional and blessed, but it's their family, their loved ones. And hopefully it's like a trickle down effect, right? Like I know that you have been, my greatest hero and my inspiration every day. And I know that you have a trickle down effect with me and our kids and our friends and loved ones. So
Well, we have a chance to pour into people's lives.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the field that we are in. We're pouring into people's lives and helping them, one, plan for retirement and then get to retirement and then living their best life in retirement. But we also get a chance to do that with our children. We get a chance to do that with our family members, and we get a chance to do that with our team, which is part of our family as well.
And we never, like for our employees, we're very blessed that we never get to miss anything that's important for our kids, like sporting events or Delena's cheer competition coming up. Well, actually, maybe we missed one.
Yeah.
Delena would hate us. But, we tell our employees or our team, we never, ever, ever want you to miss anything that's important to your kids because you only have 18 summers with them and you are pouring into them and showing up matters. So, our employees have flex schedules if they need be, and we want them to love on their kids and be there and show up.
Yes, I agree. We only get so many opportunities to be with our kids, and we have to take advantage of that.
Yeah,
nothing's more important for sure than family.
Yes.
Now, we had a chance a while ago through one of the industry events to meet Jocko. And in our company manifesto, we talk about extreme ownership as well as authenticity. How did those values show up in the way you lead our team here?
Every new employee that we have, that is part of their training that they have on the first day or the first couple of days, is reading that first chapter of extreme ownership, because I just believe in it so much. And, as an owner, as you always say, like, hey, no matter what, it's always on me, right? But then it's like extreme ownership. We teach every single one of our employees to think like leaders, to think like owners, and what would they do, right? And yeah, it's okay to make a mistake. We do. We're human, right? I've never made any mistakes, right, Tim?
I know I haven't. You're right. Make mistakes every day.
I make mistakes every day too, but you know what? I reflect on it and I say, oh my gosh, I should have done that differently, or I could have, would have, should have, right? And that's what we want from our employees. So if they make a mistake, then have that point of reflection, and they should never feel ashamed or they can't tell me, because I'm going to say that's okay. But what are we going to do from here, right? And so we believe in extreme ownership. And then with that being said, like if they make that same mistake twice, then we have a problem, right?
Yeah.
But that never really happened. So we're very blessed here. We have an amazing team, but then it's like, at the end of the day, I'll say, if you were supposed to do something, no excuses.
Yeah. I think that goes back to family as well, right?
Yeah.
I mean, no matter what in life, extreme ownership, I think, is very important. It's okay, like you said, for them to feel comfortable that they can. Mm-hmm. If they're going to take ownership of their position, let's say someone that works here at Swag, they have to feel comfortable that it's okay to make a mistake or fail. But like you said, they have to be able to learn from that mistake. And that's the important thing. And anyone who has a chance to read that book, I would definitely recommend reading Extreme Ownership by Jocko.
Really good.
It's like Willem Brink. I can't remember his last name, but Jocko is very famous. Just look him up.
Tim has more muscles than him, though.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Now, you as well as myself, we've both been through some highs and lows of business growth. But what's one tough lesson that made you stronger as a leader, would you say?
Ooh, tough lesson. Well, I think that COVID was tough for not just us, but everybody in the world, right? Like, who would have ever thought? And during that time, I can remember you coming to me and saying, hey, we have in-person workshops and the whole world is closing down. What are we going to do? And for me, that was a natural, we got this, because my background was digital marketing and advertising. I was honored by Google. I went to the Super Bowl 50. I was on the field as the confetti was falling. And fun fact, I was interviewed, and that was my first, I don't know if I should admit this, first football game that I ever watched. So how can you beat that?
First football game, you go to the Super Bowl.
And being interviewed by the newscaster, I had no idea what to say. I wasn't even really watching the game. I was just having fun, right? And so I just said it was epic, but
All football fans hate you right now.
I know. And then we went to, I was honored by Microsoft. So we went to Lake Tahoe. So I love digital marketing and I love marketing. And so I was like, this is easy. We got it. We're going to switch over all of your in-person workshops to online. We did GoToMeeting. And we just did the virtual, presentation or workshop or educational seminar virtually. And we had the best year ever. And, it wasn't just that. I mean, the world was crazy. We didn't know what was going on. I mean, we predicted it, a little bit of it, but it was just like one of those times, like everybody is worried. You can't see your family. So we took a step back. We were essential. So we were in the office every single day. And I loved it because we had the opportunity to talk to every single one of our clients and say, hey, how are you doing through this? And we were there for them and we were very proactive. And I think one of the reasons why it was our best year ever, because we got a lot of new business, because unfortunately other companies or financial advisors were just hiding and not having conversations with their clients. So it ended up being our best year ever.
So what I've learned from what you just said is probably to be adaptable, flexible, and then take that time to really connect, really think about the business as well as connecting with the existing client family. During that period of time, would you say that was correct? I mean, you have to be adaptable in life anyways, because life throws you curveballs, just like with, you finding out you had cancer or for instance, with COVID, you have to be flexible and you have to be able to adapt to the changes, but then it gave us a time to reconnect and kind of recenter what we wanted, what was most important to us at that point as well.
Yeah. And the most important thing is, being there for our clients and, and making sure that they were okay. And that was an amazing time. And it was good for us because we actually, we knew that they were home, right? So they couldn't hide from our phone call. And but it was really great because we had the time to connect with them and to build a better relationship. And, I think we have great relationships with our clients. And it's awesome to see, Tim, how many times, like on the weekends, like we get pictures of, hey, I just had a new grandbaby. And in fact, we get the pictures before their family does. It makes me feel great. And I love hearing about their vacations and, Tim, you said this, we encourage our clients to spend their money because they're never going to be this young. They're never going to be this healthy. So, one of the best things about our planning team is that, somebody says, hey, I want to go on one vacation a year. Emily is saying, no, you need to go on 2 or 3. And let me show you how you can do that. I will never forget one of our clients that, you encouraged to take out money to take his daughter to Egypt. And all those pictures, all those memories, all those, memories that his daughter's going to have forever was magical.
Yeah, we have a great job and something that we both really enjoy, and the culture, not only with our team, but the culture with our client family is very important. Now, as a leader and a mom, 1, how do you find balance? But 2, tell us a little bit about your family. So 1, tell us a little bit about your family. I know you mentioned a second ago foster as well. So tell us a little bit about who you are as a mom, children, and then tell us something that how do you find balance in being a mother as well as working in a business that requires a lot of your time.
Yeah. What a great day to ask this question, because this morning was chaotic. And in fact, I might have been just right on time for this interview. But it was just craziness. You know how it is. One kid's sick, then 2 kids are sick, and they just need some extra love. And this morning our foster daughter just was having an emotional day. She's going through a lot. So say your prayers for her. And so she just needed some extra love and kisses and hugs and snuggles. But you know what? We have an amazing family. And starting with you, I'm very lucky and blessed to have a great husband, supportive, loving, kind. And then we have so many beautiful kids. We have Devin started a new job today. Yay.
Yes, about time.
Caitlin, who is also going in the industry, and I'm just so proud of her. Just words can't describe how amazing she is. And then Delana, our sassy teenager. Ooh, give me patience. I think having kids has given me patience. And then we have our beautiful foster daughter. So she's 4 and turning 5 in January. So yeah, that has been an emotional roller coaster. I didn't realize how much she could just fall in love with her, and we just adore her so much. And all the laughs and love that she gives us is, we give back to her tenfold too. But it's been an amazing experience. So
Yeah, it sure has. And very blessed to have 4 great children.
Yes.
Yeah, Devin in his own way, they all have different things that they want to accomplish in life, right?
yeah,
And Devin's more of a free spirit and loves to hike and travel. And, he has his own different interests that are different than, let's say, Caitlin, Delana, or our foster daughter as well. And all are very unique. Like you said, different personalities, Caitlin, Delana, and being able to foster and not, when we got into foster, we didn't know really what to expect. And I think we didn't realize we could love someone else's daughter like our own. And definitely, that is our little girl, and even though we know reunification is the goal for when you get into fostering, but we love her like she's our own, and we've had her for just shy of 2 years. But we could do a whole show on fostering and everything else, the ups and the downs, because it hasn't always been easy either. So, we're blessed with a beautiful family, and finding balance is probably part of that. Waking up early, going to the gym, having a work life as well. Is how you're probably able to find a lot of balance in being a mother and business owner as well. Yeah,
and we encourage all of our employees, our team, to have a work-life balance. That's so important, right? Like, we promote health, and in fact, one of the things that we do on Tuesdays or Wednesday mornings is we work out as a team, because a few of our goals of our team was like, hey, I want to have a physical routine. I want to work out. I want to get in shape for my wedding. And so I have inspired that and even put it in the workday, so that way, they are able to achieve these personal goals, and we inspire them, but then also challenge them to be their personal best. So what do I mean to say? No excuses. You have the time. I'm giving it to you in your calendar.
Yes, we're giving you the time to do it. Yes. They have no excuses.
Yeah, and then it allows me to have 2 workouts in a day, so it makes me happy too. And I love seeing the team, helping each other out and working out together and getting those endorphins. So yeah, but one of the things that I love about our kids is when we started fostering is to see how much support and love that they give to her too, and the relationship that they have built. It's really amazing to see.
Well, they've taken her in as one of theirs, right? They've taken her in as a sibling, a sister. And I think when we first got into it, they were probably, especially Devin and Caitlin being older, probably like, what the heck are you guys doing? I think Caitlin pointed out, like, if we're adopting Luna, let's say, which, we understand reunification, but let's just say that she was ours. She is 5.
Yeah.
And I'm not 5. I'm not 25, like you said. You were,
I'm 25, so that's all good. We're good, Tim.
If that's the case, I think I would be 65 when she's graduating high school. So more like my granddaughter than anything else. But she keeps us young, and it is that the connection and the relationship that our older kids have with her is incredible.
Yeah, we're very blessed to have a great family.
Makes me very proud, for sure. Now, we often say here at Strategic Wealth, we're here to help our clients feel loved, supported, and encouraged, but also challenged, right? And by someone who serves them as a leader, not just an advisor. But what does that look like behind the scenes for our clients and the team? And I know you've kind of mentioned this a couple of times throughout, so we don't have to spend a lot of time here, but just kind of how do we do that?
Oh, so I'm going to start with the employees, because I feel like it starts with them, because I'm showing them the way. I'm showing them that I want to be a demonstration of really what's possible that they never thought was imaginable. So I have to show them that, they have the opportunity to have an amazing work-life balance, that we support them, we encourage them, we love them, but we're challenging them to live their best life, to go see their kids play soccer or be there or go on vacation. In fact, one of the employees, I said, you haven't been on vacation yet this year, so let me know by Wednesday when you're taking a week off to spend time with your family. So doing those little things and making sure that they know hey, you have to do these things. We want you to do these things. Work is always here. But we all understand that you have to live your best life. And so, we're so excited we have so many milestones with our employees. I'm so excited. We have Emily, who just got engaged. We have Caleb that just got engaged. We have Hunter that is planning her wedding. So we have, an amazing team that has some great things happening for them this year and next year. So how exciting to encourage them and to love them and support their soon significant others, and to make a difference not only in their life, but their significant other lives. And hopefully there's some, I'm so excited, babies on the way. So.
We got one with
Jason. With Jason. Yes. I can't wait for that. So
would you say because when it comes to our client family, I know, and I think this is one of the things that separates us from other companies like ours, is really getting to know them and what their wants are. Because it's not, when most people come to see us, they're probably within 5 to 10 years of retirement.
Yeah.
So they've done a pretty good job of saving for most of the people. I know we have younger clients, but majority of our clients, probably 80%, are pretty close to that retirement age, 5 to 10 years away. So it's not the savings, and we could help them out on that too, but it's really understanding what they want out of life and giving them the peace of mind that they can actually do those things that they want to do, right? And then also challenging them to do so. So I think that's where on our end kind of separates us. But, when we talk about leadership and loving, supporting, encouraging, but I think it's a challenging part.
Yeah.
And, I love doing the most.
Oh my gosh. And Tim, you are so good at that, because I love seeing the tears of joy in the office and in the meetings I'm not a privy of, but outside I can see when clients are walking out and crying and they're just Tim just told me the best news ever. I didn't realize this. I hate my boss, and I can tell him, I quit tomorrow if I want to. To have that power and that opportunity and that privilege is amazing. That we are changing and shaping our client's life is great. And I'll never forget, we had a client that had literally said that she interviewed, 5, 6, 7 financial advisors, and they never felt like they were the one, right? And then she met you, and we were talking about leaving a legacy and how important that is, right? And you had challenged her, and she said, well, I'm going to give, gifting. I can give this and this and this to my grandkids. And you said, but why would you want to do that? What is that going to, provide them? Yeah, sure, some money, but what are they going to spend that on? Instead, why don't you're healthy, you're so loving, you want to have fun in life, take them on vacation. And so now she is taking all of her family, her grandkids, to Jamaica, and creating memories that are going to last a lifetime, that they're going to talk about with their family, with their kids and their grandkids forever. And that's what that is all about, right? Is leaving a legacy. And you know what? It's different for everybody, right?
Yes.
What you want to do versus, usually we're 99.9% on the same page, but, it's different for everybody. So what that really matters, but Tim encourages, our financial advisors encourage, our team is all about getting to know that person and what is important to them, and encouraging them and showing them hey, you want to go to this Bruce Springsteen concert? Don't feel bad about that. In fact, you should be traveling. You should be going across the world and every state to go see him, right? And that's what it is, an amazing opportunity and privilege to show them that they can do these things and they're going to be okay. But I love that they need that we provide that peace of mind and confidence that they can do those things.
Sure. Yeah. It is a great thing that we do here. Now, if you had to describe your retirement dream in one word, what would that be and why? So one word to describe retirement dream.
Healthy.
And why?
This year taught me how important health is. And then if you don't have your health, you have nothing. And so I'm very fortunate that it was an emotional roller coaster, right? Like hearing, like we talked about, hearing that cancer word. But I was very like proactive and like saying like it's going to be okay. I'm going to be fine. And now, like I said, I'm feeling great. I feel the best that I've ever felt. So I'm just telling you guys, like if you do not feel good, you have to be an advocate for yourself. You have to say like, hey, this isn't right. And if your doctor says, no, it's okay, no, go to a, I'm not just saying our holistic doctor, but she's amazing. I mean, the time that she spent with us, but it only took her 2 minutes to say to me that something wasn't right and what was wrong. Right.
Yeah.
So that's amazing.
And health and wealth,
Yeah.
especially in our
Yes.
industry, go
Yeah.
hand in hand. You know,
Yes.
you could have all the money in the world, but if your health isn't there,
Yeah.
you're not going to be able to enjoy it. So they go definitely hand in hand for sure.
Yeah. I guess I have so many words like health, wealth, love, travel.
I said one.
I know. Okay. You promised me Maldives. Let's say that one. Let's end with that one. Maldives.
Well, we'll be going there for sure. But,
Okay. What year?
Well,
This is tape
2026.
recorded.
2026. We've already said that.
Okay, good.
Now, tell us something fun. You know, what's one thing on your bucket list that you haven't checked off yet? So one thing on the bucket list.
So thank you for supporting me, by the way. We are going to Mississippi in December because I have a map of the United States and I want to run a marathon in every state. So of course I did Michigan, but I'm redoing Michigan, Ohio. So now the first state to check off is Mississippi. So we're excited to go there December 13th, run a marathon and have some fun in the city as well. So that's one of the
looking forward to that.
things.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah. And
Just
really,
going to another state, another city would be fun.
yeah, just, we always say like, we learned from one of our coaches that you should date your children, but we should also have dates ourselves. Right. So it'll be a nice weekend, just the two of us and,
No kids.
no kids. I'm dancing in my but then,
Sure, they'll be calling, but
it's funny because we say, oh, we're so excited to have no kids. And then we'll be like at dinner and we'll be like, I miss them. And, then we talk about them. So we need to.
Sometimes we miss them. Now, oftentimes our clients, struggle, especially when they first get into retirement, prioritizing themselves, let's say.
Yeah.
How do you personally make time for what matters most to you?
Ooh, that's a good question. Waking up early. That time in the morning gives me my time to focus just on me. And I believe that if I get my run or if I get my workout in, like I'm a better mom, I'm a better wife, I'm a better friend, I'm a better everything, right?
And some people do that better than others. I mean, some people are used to focusing on themselves where others probably don't. They're always putting someone else first.
Yeah.
So that can be hard.
Yeah, it can be really hard. And you know what? I think that I was doing that when I wasn't feeling good. When, I was always like sleeping in or just putting the kids first. And then, there was just like a downward trickle, where I just wasn't feeling good and then not getting my workout in. So it's a double whammy, right? So you need to take time for yourself. And
that's not selfish.
No, it's not.
I mean, you have to.
Yeah, like
Peace
I said,
of mind.
yeah, build up your confidence and feel good and get those endorphins kicking. And after I get that in, like I feel like I can run the world. Watch out.
Tackle the world, yeah.
Yes. Stage here I come, April 26th or 2026. Yes. I cannot believe that we're so close to.
Hard to believe. Thanksgiving in a couple of weeks, then Christmas, and then 2026.
Yes.
Wow.
Well, we're skipping the Thanksgiving decorations. We're going right in for Christmas.
Yes, I know. The office is already decorated and part of the house is.
Yeah.
But that's part of the reason is, one, you love Christmas and the holidays, but two, with our foster daughter too, we're not sure how long we'll have her, and we want to make sure that we're able to celebrate Christmas with her.
Yeah. And if you're watching this, say some prayers for her.
Yeah. Well, I want to, let's do some like rapid fire. So I'm going to ask you some quick, fun questions. Just answer with the first thing that really comes to mind. Okay.
Okay.
If you could have one superpower, what would it be?
To not have to sleep. Then I could get so much more stuff done and love life more.
Okay. A night out or a night in?
Ooh. I want both. Night in with the family, night out, you and I.
All right. Something that changed your life?
You.
All right. I'm not surprised, but I thought it might be one of the kids. But all right. Dream travel destination.
Maldives.
All right. What is your favorite month of the year?
Ooh, December.
Okay.
And then January, my birthday.
All right. Both good months.
Yeah.
Now, one word to describe your life. Now, it's one word.
One word. Love.
All right.
Love.
Quality of life or quantity of life?
Quality.
All right.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. You want to have a good life. Be healthy.
And no matter of what you could do and the quality that you spend with children or, people that you love, people that you want to be around, people you surround yourself with, for sure.
Yeah. It's the moments that take your breath away, right? Those moments that matter.
Yeah.
And we've had a lot of those.
We sure have.
Yeah.
Let's do a deeper dive for a minute. So personal touch. You're a big believer in family.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big believer in family. I think most of the people that we surround ourselves with, especially our client family, believe in family. That's one of their biggest things that, they want to take care of. But both at home and here at Swag, when I want to talk about family. So what has motherhood taught you about leadership?
Ooh, so much. Patience that
I thought I taught you patience.
Oh, Tim. That has taught me that, especially this morning, our beautiful foster daughter just needed some extra love. And, everybody's different. And that's why I love doing what I do. It doesn't feel like a job. It's a passion. I don't feel like I'm working. It's just like, I absolutely love coming to work. I think that's one of the reasons why I wake up early is because I'm excited for the day. I'm excited to get in here but everybody needs something different. We're not identical. We're unique. And where some people want time off, some people want praise, some people want a raise in their paycheck. Everybody's different, and it's great to learn what is important to everybody. And that's what I love, getting to know our clients and what's important to them and their love languages and, who matters most in their life and how can we love them, who matters most in their life. How can we support them, encourage them, and challenge them more to, help their extended family and friends live their best life. So it's like like I said, trickle down effect.
Would you say the Enneagram?
Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah. The Enneagram personality score is amazing. In fact, I think we should, have our clients take that too.
I was just thinking about that.
Yeah. Moving forward, because I think that was the best marriage advice that I didn't even know was marriage advice, but I'm an Enneagram 3. Tim is an Enneagram 8, and where I would be so pissed at him and be so mad.
You're mad at me sometimes?
Oh, yeah. Then, I would read about the Enneagram 8, and it's not, it's about Tim because that's his score, but it's just who makes him, what is his characteristics, right? Or his traits. And it's like, I can't be mad at him because this is who he is. He is a defender. He's loyal. He, to a fault. He's an amazing business owner. So he's making decisions all the time. So when I would be upset with him, I had to take a step back and just be like, this is what I also love about him. So.
And it helps with our team as well.
Yeah.
How to talk with them, how to train them.
Yes.
And then kind of understand what they're going through at different times as well.
Yeah, and the best part about our team is that we have scores of everything in our team. That's what makes our team so great, is that, we have Enneagram 1s that are overthinkers and that think about all the possible scenarios, what if? And we are thinking through that for our clients because we want them to think through everything of all the possible
different scenarios.
Yeah. But then also really get to know them and say, part of the best thing is that we are a family, but we challenge them, or we challenge our team and our clients even more because we know what's important to them. So we're going to challenge them even more to live their best life. And we know what's important to them. So we want to help them. And so, like I said before, Emily, is so great about hey, you want to go on one international trip a year, it's going to cost you $20,000. Well, no, I'm going to show you how to go on 2 or 3 because I want you're going to be fine in retirement. You have enough money. Your goals of leaving a legacy, we're still going to fulfill. But you know what? You're never going to be this young. You're never going to be this healthy. Time for you to enjoy retirement to the fullest. You only got one chance at living your best life in retirement. So let's start now.
I agree.
Yeah.
Now, for anyone listening, whether they're in their 30s, 50s, 70s, whatever,
Yeah.
or maybe they're already retired, whether they're working or retired, what's one thing you wish more people understood about creating a life of purpose?
Ooh, that's such a good question. So, I think that we think about that all the time, right, with our kids and leaving a life of purpose and what, we want them to remember us by, right? Like
Hmm.
vacations but you know what, I think, we're so blessed, Tim, to have so many coaches and mentors. I think that you had asked, like, what would I tell somebody that was listening? Give us a call. That is the hardest part, is like just giving us a call. And you need a coach, you need a mentor, you need a leader, that if you're kind of stuck in life and you don't know what matters to you or a life of purpose, like, we'll help you with that. That is like our strong suit, is like, helping people see a bigger vision of themselves than they thought of, that is never imaginable.
And I know most people coming in here, they think they know what they want to do in
Yeah.
retirement, but they really don't,
Yeah.
and understanding, and Brandon as well as Hunter do a really good job of this, helping
Yeah.
the client family understand what they really want out of retirement. Because they just come in kind of thinking, this is what I need money wise to continue my lifestyle, but they're not thinking about the future as
Yeah.
in, they think, yeah, I'm probably going to travel. I'm going to play golf, or I'm going to go bowling or whatever, but they're not really looking at, what do I really want out of retirement?
Yeah.
And I've got 15 years left, 20 years left, 30 years left, whatever it is. And then putting that down on paper, like creating an actual plan. And like
Yeah.
Brandon always says, a plan with purpose.
Yeah.
So taking every dollar that they have and making sure that it's earmarked towards safety, income, or growth. And then, do I want one or do I want two vacations? You've said, do I want to have a nest egg that's going to be left, to my family, more of a legacy, or do I want my legacy to be while I'm alive, taking them on vacation? When do I need the roof done on my house? So we're asking them, we're really getting them to think deeply, right? To self-reflect on what they want out of retirement. And then we make sure that we're able to fulfill that for them. And most of the time we can, sometimes we can't. But I think really helping them understand what a life of purpose means is important. And I think, you do that with our team here at Strategic Wealth, and then the advisors do the great job with our clients understanding what purpose really means.
Yeah. And you know what? It was great, as you said, somebody needing a new roof. And one of the things that just happened this week is that our team cares so much about our clients. And we had a client that may have been getting taken advantage of. And so our Tom was like, no, and got different quotes for her, for her roof. And it was like, it's like, we go above and beyond to really help our clients. And, we have a lot of widows in our client family. And, the best thing is that we have a lot of experiences like pickleball we just did. And you know what I love seeing, Tim, is that our clients are making friends with one another. And now they have a new extended friend base. And it's so much that they're so friends that they're coming up with like fun things to do. And they came up and designed like this limoncello night. And thank gosh that they actually invited us for the one that brought them together.
A lot of that comes from the leadership that you've come in and, really built out the culture here. And I know I've mentioned it several times, but to me, it all starts with culture and the ideas that you had with our clients, not only our team, but our clients. And that culture is huge. And, a lot of that comes back to, your footprint or handprint in the culture and building really the company the right way, swag the right way. So, we owe a lot of that to you. And that's one of the reasons why you're here, being interviewed. But I wanted to kind of look at, we've worked with hundreds of clients, thousands of clients really over the years. What's the most common fear that you hear, and how do you help ease it, like in your role? So, what's one of the biggest questions or concerns that people have when they come to Swag?
I think the number one question or concern is like, do I have enough money? Have I saved enough? Is this going to last me? Because they have no idea. They don't understand like what they need in retirement. And that's where, having a plan of purpose really matters. But I think, finances are something that, people don't talk about at the dinner table. It's kind of like taboo.
Mhm.
And so, with our kids, we encourage our kids to come to the dinner table and talk about finances and what they want to do in the future and, make it so it's, not hush hush, right? So I
Yeah.
think the hardest part is just really, giving us a call and scheduling a meeting because we take it from there. A lot of people are concerned, oh, I don't have a statement, I don't have this. And like for that first meeting, we're just really getting to know, each other and see how we can really help them. So
I think people don't understand. And actually, one of the next questions I was going to ask you, like if someone was feeling stuck
yeah,
in life, career, finances, or even thinking about retirement, what's one small step they could take? And it's kind of what you just said is giving us a call and helping them understand too, like relax. For one, you don't have to bring any statements in because that first time we meet with them is just a simple, let's get to know each other.
Yeah.
A lot of people come in and they're shoving statements over or wanting to tell us how much money they've saved. And to us, that's towards the end of the appointment. We don't even need to get into that. We have to first make sure we understand what your questions, your concerns are, what your goals and your wants are out of life and retirement. And then two, do we feel as if our team could help you?
Yeah.
We get to that first. If we don't get through that, the finances, the expenses, the income, the investments doesn't matter. At that point, we just have to make sure that it's something that we can help you out with and that we feel we're a good fit for and they're a good fit for us. It goes both ways. When people come in to interview us, we're also interviewing them to make sure that they fit into our client family, right?
Yeah.
Our culture as well.
Yeah, we're protective of that, and we want to make sure that they're, a good fit. They're going to respond back, and because this isn't so important. This is their health and wealth, right? We need to make sure that they're going to, call us and tell us all the important things that are going on in their life. New grandbaby, we can help them, with ideas that they never thought were possible, right? We want to make their kids and grandkids, millionaires and live their best life. So it all comes down to communication.
And it starts with what?
Giving us a phone call.
Yeah.
Just give us a call. That's the hardest part. And I think that's the scariest part because they're so, the unknowns are scary, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh, is their office scary? Are they going to pressure me? No, we just want to get to know you and have a conversation and see how we can really help you and live your best life.
Well, they're not sure too. Like, have I saved enough? But
Yeah.
don't worry about that. Well,
No.
the best thing about it is when you leave, you'll have peace of mind one way or the other, good or bad, right?
Yeah.
Most of the time it's good, but even if it was a situation where you knew you had to work a few years longer, then let's say your expected retirement date, at least you know. So it all starts with coming in. But this is more about you. Let me ask you, before we get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
So LYBL, live your best life. What does live your best life really mean to you? And how are you going to accomplish living your best life? So what does it mean to you?
Well, living your best life means so much to me. It's really a part of my heart and soul and just very passionate about it because we are, as so many people will say, like, I can't keep up with you guys. Like, you're always doing so much and like having fun and enjoying life. And I think this past year taught me, like, yes, that's so important. And being there for our kids and showing up and, our kids all need different things, but we try to be there for them and how they need us to show up, right? And be there for them. So Devin's first day of school or work today, I'm making him lunch and,
First day for his new job.
New job. Yeah. And just really excited to challenge myself to do things that I never did before and to be a better wife and to be a better mom and to be a better inspiration to our team. So live your best life. And that's what I'm doing right now. Truly living our best life and can't wait to, we have goals and we encourage our employees and I encourage you like, hey, what's your personal and professional goal? And so I have a list of, 100 jillion things that I want to accomplish like next year. Go snorkeling with whale sharks and to go to Iceland, me and you, and just to have, some date nights and then be there more intentionally for our kids, maybe take them on vacation and experience new things and enjoy life and learn something new every day.
Yeah, I think being intentional is very important. Intentional with whether spouse or children or friends, whatever, intentional. And then also not having any regrets. I know we don't want ourselves or our client family or our team to have any regrets in life.
Yeah.
I've always learned from my past and I don't have any regrets, even some of the failures or the mistakes that I've made throughout life. I don't regret it because I learned from it. Right.
Yeah.
And I don't want any regrets heading into retirement or rest of my life. So I want to enjoy it to the fullest. So appreciate you sharing that with us and thank you for being on, thank you for sharing your heart, your wisdom and a few laughs with us today as well, because I know your true age. But you truly are the heartbeat of this company, and I do mean that with all my heart.
Thanks for tuning in. If this episode sparked something in you or made you realize it's time to stop guessing and start planning, we'd love to meet with you. No matter where you are, no matter when you start, you deserve to live your best life. We'd love for you to like, subscribe, and share this podcast with your friends and your family. Remember, living your best life isn't a destination. It's a decision, and it's a decision that you get to choose. Until next time, stay well, stay informed, and keep living boldly.